Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in the lab. You know, I'm in my book. It's all orange today. If I do, it's purple now. It's orange. That's right. I got a nice lesson for you today. Right thinkers, this is all about illuminating the mind with what? The truth of Maat. This is a lesson. I was gonna skip through it and no, I'm gonna give you the whole lesson. Here's 3 pages of information. I'm gonna break it down as we go. So it's gonna take a little while. Sit down, get comfortable, and prepare yourself. It's time to rock. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will lead you to obtain your goal to help and guide you to your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I get through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical. But if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to be true. Right thinkers, P-Funk philosophy. This is a lesson on getting your head in right. And this is how I'm going to break it down to you. Hopefully you'll understand this lesson. This is good stuff. This is what helped me years ago. Now, P-Funk philosophy on the illumination of the mind with the truth of Maat. We're going to enlighten you. We're going to give you something to think about. Cut the lights on and hopefully somebody's home. Okay, sorry. The human mind perceives everything according to what? Pairs, opposites, Maat, okay? Because we programmed for that. According to the pairs of opposites, and therefore sees itself as a subject in the world of other subjects. Following? And objects. Meaning we believe other people, okay, we indoctrinated with that, that's fine. But when the mind is transcended, meaning now you're about to get enlightened, you're about to find out something that you didn't already know. You're getting information that you should be able to use for yourself to be a better understanding of who you are and how things should be going. So the duality, aka Maat, of one's mind, right and left hemisphere, we have that. And which leads to what? The triad of perception is also transcendent. What you mean? How you perceive things. Think about it. You cannot think of differences here, there, up, down, etc. Right? That's how the mind operates. If you got that over there, you got to have something over here. If you got in, you got to have out. You got up, you got to have down. You got day, you got to have night. Okay? That's the dual mentality that we have. But think about it. You cannot think about, I did that already. But even if you're not adapt, meditator, and I don't teach meditator, I practice it. I'm not proficient enough where I can teach you. So you need to find somebody who is, and you can learn. I'll just tell you, I do it. I love it. It's the best thing going. Okay? That's my new drug I've been taking for the last 16 years. Okay? I get meditated high every day. And every chance I get, meditate. Go right into meditative state. Why? I'm communing with my higher self. That's where God dwells, in the meditative mind. This one trying to get you to illuminate your mind, enlighten it, and when you'll see God, it ain't gonna be with these eyes. But you don't have to be an adept meditator, but if you practice, you'll get better. Who can stop their thoughts? Yeah, I control what's going on in my mind. That's self-mastery. That's part of self-mastery. You can't let your mind be running rampant to I'm a master of myself. No, you're not. And first time something goes wrong, you wild out. Okay, so the test is what? Every day. And when you can't stop the thoughts in your mind for long periods, you should now be able to concentrate your mind for at least, this is a few seconds. That's sad. Well, I say that now, but back in the day, I understood why your mind is everywhere, things flying off. My mom to this day can't meditate. I can't help her. I can't help her. I would love to have somebody, to help her. She listens to them. She won't listen to me. But okay. At 87, I don't need to meditate. Okay, I got you. I ain't going to the gym. She's hard nut to crack. That's my girl. All right. But the awareness of the world ceases during what? During the time of you meditating. Everything goes, I love going there. Some people don't like going within themselves. Some people don't like none of that stuff. Why? I'm using my mind. That's what it's for. I use drugs to activate my mind, see how much I can take, see how far I can go. So I use my mind all the time, good and bad, okay? But this is basically what happens whenever you really put your mind to work and concentrate on something, whatever it is. But put the focus on it. See if you can narrow your focus down like the magnifying glass and start a fire. That's how strong it can be when you get your focus. Laser, okay? Laser focus, see? But these are the lessons I'm trying to get you to think on your own and be proficient in using this thing other than a damn hat rack. Reflect. That means think. Reflect on those moments that you experienced where you were trying to remember something and you can't. That freaks me out. Why? I hate not being able to recall something that I'm trying to, make a point. Right now, if I'm talking and something comes to mind, I can't. Okay, it happens all the time. It's natural form. But when you can trying to remember something intensely, you're going to lose focus on everything else. Why? Because now you're going to stop everything to try to figure out that one thing that you can't. Okay, the human nature. But when you get sharper, that won't bother you. Man, I don't let that one idea, one thought mess my whole. I keep moving past that. And then guess what? Later on, they come back and bam, here it is. Oh yeah, here you come up now. But that's how the brain operates. But you control that. You control that. Your compartmentalization of how you think and put things in perspective is all on you. That's right thinking. What was your experience? Again, in that moment, you have to be the one that does all of that. In this moment, in the moment of meditation, there is no thoughts of awareness of the world. It don't exist. I'm in my own world. Okay? When you go to sleep and you go into your own world, the only thing you can dream about in your dream is what you experienced in your life. Get the concept? I gave that lesson. Y'all seem to like that one. But that's the whole concept. This thing here, you got to play with this. Why? Because it can't be broken. Okay? You can only expand it. You can only increase it. Why? You can't break it. Excuse me. It's built for information. It's built for information. But this is similar with meditation. It's similar to what occurs, what? In your dreamless sleep state. Not the regular dream. That deep dream when you go into when you meet Amun. I tell you before, when you reach that, you're practicing death. That's eternity. You're getting a glimpse of eternity. In a little while. That's where you want to be forever. Simple as that. And when people die resting in their mind, that's where they should be. In what? In heaven, in that state where they want to be for eternity. Now, however you lock that channel on, whatever channel you locked on when death happens, and at the judgment day, you got to live with that forever. Think about that. I want to be me for eternity. So I have to know me, understand me. Why? It's going to be a long time. Eternity is a long time. Okay? So, but the difference is what? When you in your dreamless sleep state, that deep state that you're in, that we all go to, you're not aware of it. That's the difference. Being conscious of what? The dream state. That's called lucid dreaming. And when you're meditated, you got your mind under control. You can flow right through your dreams and being involved in your dreams, knowing you're in the dream state. That's beautiful. I don't have nightmares. I just have adventures. Okay, simple. And remember, in your mind, it's instantaneous. Whatever you think, you're there. It just happens. That's the next being. Physical, we got to deal with reality. We got to deal with the senses. We got to deal with everything here physically. But when we lay the body down and the mind take over, there ain't no physicality there. You can go and do anything you want. That's to free the mind, okay? Joey's been telling us that for 50 years. And the whole point is you being able to contact your higher self at your leisure. A lot of people pray to God, wish to God, don't have a damn clue about God. Well, because they just believe in God. Have you had your own God moment, your own God experience? Those things that is every individual got to have it for themselves. So you wait for somebody to get you to God, ain't gonna happen. So when this transcendental experience occurs, this is what we call enlightenment. It's a transcendental experience, mystical experience, third level religion. When you practice, learn the myth, practice the myth, and then something's gonna happen. The magic happens when the transcendental experience occurs, and those only happen. It only happens for people who are living right. Bad people, they don't get that. They don't get that experience. The people live right, and some of them are not prepared. Why? They don't know what's going on. They just know something's happening. Okay, I had my experience. I freaked out. So there is, once again, it's an experience that every individual have to have. It's the oneness of existence. Just being here, you don't know who you are. I know who I am now. I didn't before. I understand that. A lot of people still don't. So I try to help those who don't know to know. The illusion, due to ignorance of the mind, has dissolved back into the what? The primordial ocean of what? Infinite being. When I go into meditation state, I just go back to the beginning. That's the source. That's the whole purpose of it. And everybody can do it. Which the creation arose. You're going back to the first time. Everybody has the ability to do that. That's what the mind is for. It's equipped to do just that. And this is the conscious perception of what we call a liberated, I meant to put my sage hat on today. The sage, a liberated sage, that's who endowed with what? Enlightenment. He been enlightened. His mind has been illuminated. The lights is on and you can see everything. Darkness means you're ignorant, means you don't know. Enlightenment means you are enlightened to things that you need to know. And the enlightened sage perceive him or herself as what? The primordial God. I just told you, when I meditate, I go back to the original. That's what they saying. I already know that, though. That's why I'm trying to explain it. This I know. And who arose out of what? The primeval waters with the original thought. Again, I'm doing less about Patel, and I'm doing my three gods, Am and Ra Patel. They all break down systematically different. I break it down, explain it to you my way. All right. And the entire creation is that the same primordial ocean, which only appeared to change into what we see, multiplicity of various objects of creation, we call nature, but never truly did undergo an irreversible transformation. This cycle of what we're going through had been going on for many a time, many years, according to us. And in this manner, now, spiritual discipline is what Maat gives you. She gives you the idea of God and how to appease him and show your preference and respect to him, worship him. What? By abiding by his rules. And spiritual discipline of Maat, or the daily practice of living right thinking philosophy to what is real and true. That leads to what? Spiritual consciousness, God consciousness, and your perception of that which is real and true. That's discernment. That's the Anubis factor that he's in your mind. When you're able to discern right from wrong, truth from lies, that's when you're ready. If you don't know a guy's lying to you or a woman's lying to you, it's not going to be good. We call it taking with nickels. Ain't no with nickels. Yeah, it's called you being had. They being took, being bamboozled, led astray. I can tell you why. He's a street guy. He know about all that stuff. Why? He used to do it before he became a different dude. Same here. I patterned my lifestyle behind his. Why? I pretty much did the street. Yeah. But I didn't go to the Islam. I didn't go to Christianity. I went to knowledge. I went to Egypt. Okay, the only difference. And I got the same thing he got. Information, knowledge of self. And I'm doing what he did, trying to help my people. I ain't trying to be the movement starter. No, I told my mom, I don't want a movement. Why? She said, baby, I don't know. Remember in the picture, Superfly, when priest went and got them keys from the white man who was covering Scatterman, and Scatterman was the man, but he said That man don't need me no more. He got you. You done put them keys. He got a new horse to ride, so he don't need me. What you do to the old horse? Pow! Kill him. What you do to movement starter? Pow! Kill him. I'm asking anybody, okay, all my right thinkers, can you give me a black leader right now? Can you point out a black leader for our people right now? Don't point me. I don't want that. I don't want that job. No, that seat is vacant for a reason. That seat is vacant. They don't want nobody in that seat. So I'm going to indirectly sit there and move and groove and pop in every now and then. I know how to do it, okay? But the oneness I'm trying to get you to have with yourself and God, that's done through meditation. That's done through meditation. It's only done through meditation. Christ told you the only way to the Father is through me. That's meditation. The oneness which you have to discover for yourself within the vast darkness of your own mind. Remember, the mind is dark. Illuminated means we lightening it. We're going to increase your knowledge and understanding so that you can think right. And is the object of all spiritual discipline to get you to what? Know thyself. To be the best you can be. With what? Knowledge of self. If you were to remain within the darkness, ignorant of oneself, long enough, and you were able to what? If you were thinking, meditating, you would penetrate deep enough into what? So that you would be able to discover that it is not a void of emptiness when you sit and meditate. Oh, no, that's for the ignorant. Again, when you don't know something, all you can do is surmise and theorize or conceptualize. You don't know. Instead of saying you don't know, you're going to make something up. I don't like those kind of people. I'll be the first to tell you. I ain't trying to make up something I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So I got to get information from what? Somebody who do. What I don't know, somebody else do. I don't know everything. So what you don't know for yourself, find out. That void is in reality pure potential, thinking, concepts, views, being of our primeval ocean of what we call undifferentiated consciousness. If you can conceive it, if you can manifest it in your thought mind, in your process of the thought and concept, you can achieve it. That's what Ptah, the creative God, did. He thought himself into existence. That's a bad thought. And me exists, come into being. But watch this. And this lies in your deeper levels of your mind. That's where he dwells. Not on the surface. The water, ocean, you gotta go down deep. Why? What's going on top? Nah, that's the surface. Get on down and find out what. It's a whole different ballgame, okay? But that's the concept of the ocean in the consciousness of the ocean consciousness. But now, because of ignorance, the illusion of the ignorant mind will cause the ordinary human mind, human conscious, to what? Arise as what? Dissolve back into what we call the primordial ocean of infinite being, from which it arose as a wave rises out and recedes back into the ocean. These are thoughts, concepts that run through your mind. Creation implies your perception of the world, how you view it in your mind. Again, as the world rather than as a netter, a liberated, conscious sage sees the world. The ignorant people see the world as what? Implies perception of the world and as the world. But a knowledgeable, enlightened, liberated, sage, an enlightened person sees the world as it truly is. What you mean? A manifestation of Netter, which is God. Remember, Netter means one. Though Netter, we didn't use God in ancient times, so that word wasn't around. So we used Netter, Netteru. So through the Netters, other gods outside the one, while the Netters appears as what? Objects of the world, of time and space, to the ignorant masses. I hate that they do that, but y'all don't see nothing. So the sage, who sees everything, what it really is, knows them to what? Be expressions of who? The divine, in much the same way as everything that when you dream is in reality just an expression of your own mind. I told you that. You can only dream what you got. I can't dream of something that I don't know. A dream, that ain't dreaming, that's using your memory. A dream, you're just rerunning the memory bank, okay? Understanding in your mind. A liberated sage sees the world a little different. Ignorant people, trying to help you out. I'm just trying to help you out. Okay, I see it the way it is. I'm just trying to help you see it, change your perspective by looking at it a little different. Okay? So furthermore, this clock is running. A liberated, enlightened sage perceived him or herself as the primordial ocean. Now, I just saw the thing God said, you're not a drop in the ocean. The ocean is a drop in you. Think about it, individual. So from which all arises through what? Thoughts. 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 Thoughts come from here. Thoughts come from here. Emotions come from here. Feelings come from here. Heart, mind, coherence, meaning you're thinking and feeling as one. That's God. God is spirit and consciousness. Man had to become conscious while we're already in physical form. We got to become conscious of who we really are eternally and mentally, consciously, again, thinking. So thus, what is considered to be existence is in reality a set of thoughts from the cosmic mind, aka God, which have stirred up in the ocean of primeval consciousness. Consciousness is devoid of what? Time and space. Time and space don't exist in the physical world. In the spiritual world, no clocks. Okay, no, I don't mean nothing. So it is eternal and ever abiding. It's not going to change. Once you get into that lane, it's forever. The idea is to get there. A lot of us fall really short. Okay, so therefore, the universe and the primeval ocean are understood to be one and the same, the noon, okay, by an enlightened sage, not the ignorant masses, while the unenlightened masses see the world full of multiplicity of objects which exist in time and space, which is all right, but most people are really unaware of this level of consciousness. This is why they say y'all fall for anything. Why? Y'all don't know nothing. And whatever somebody presents to you, pretty much y'all to take. Like Mikey, you eat anything. Y'all believe anything. And if you follow religion, you're Mikey. Why? You believe something that ain't true. You believe in a lie, but you believe it, so you don't know it's a lie. Moving on. But at this level of consciousness, and when you remain as if at the surface of the ocean, again, on the top, experiencing life, experiencing yourself, living beings, objects of the world, as various waves rise and fall, continuing, going through that life, again, ignorant, I'm just doing. So when you are on the surface of the ocean, you may experience gentle conditions when the weather is nice, or you may experience being buffered when the weather changes. However, if you were able to go down deep enough, you will experience what we call absolute tranquility. That's peace of mind. That's not worrying about nothing, hearing nothing, knowing nothing. That's the tranquil place. That's the state of meditation that we try to get you to reach for yourself. And even if there is raging storms up above, don't affect you one bit. That's why you find that place within yourself. Don't let stuff that's going on bother you a bit. Same concept, okay? But this diving deep concept, my man, I ain't seen him in a while. But deep diver, okay? Into what? The ocean of your consciousness. It means you got to think. You got to put this thinking cap on and use it. And you accomplish this through what? Various practices of different yoga concepts. I've done that, mastered. And daily studying of the teachings of right thinking philosophy, along with meditation and offering up a selfless service. I'm doing that right now. And this is promoting what? Hotep, where? Supreme peace within yourself. And you can have that in all situations. Once you reach peace within yourself, should nothing bother you. The phrase is, don't let nobody steal your joy. What I had yesterday, nobody could take that away. When you have experience, that's for you. That's your joy. And can't nobody take it away. And use that for your, Father, to feed you, to get going more. Having more moments. Having more in the moments. The more you get, the better you have. And in this manner, spiritual discipline of Maat, or right thinking philosophy, and the practice of living according to what is real and true is Maat philosophy, right thinking philosophy. This will lead you to conscious realization, or we call perception of that which is real and true, not the illusion of the egoistic mind thinking it's all about you. It ain't. At the deepest levels, the source of all things, and that's where he is, has to be discovered for you and every individual for themselves. I can't deep discover yourself. I can't do that. You have to do it for yourself. Hence, self knowledge. This source is variously known. You ready? In Egypt is Asar, Amun, Nefertiti, Aset, etc. These are all the gods of your mind. The 12 cranial nerves in the mind, you got 12 gods, you got 12 zodiac signs, and they all represent different aspects of your character. And once you master them, oh boy, you'll know a whole lot more about yourself and other people than the most ignorant people who don't do it will know. That's called being enlightened. And this source is also what? Your innermost self. I'm going to end the lesson right there. I'm going to be back. But okay, and to close this off, it tells you the body is of earth. It's physical. It's material. It's going to go into the earth. But the soul, that's eternal. That's inside the body. Once the body ceases, the soul belongs to heaven. And if it's enlightened, it will go back to heaven. I got a nice little lesson for you in 1 second. But if it's not, it's going to go find another body. That's called reincarnation. Why? The spirit, the soul don't die. It multiplies. Why? To another body. Like we change clothes, that's how the spirit changed bodies. Why? If the body didn't wear well, didn't get into where it needed to go, another body. Okay, conceptually. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I gotta go. I see the time. I'm about to hit the gym, but I'll be back with the other lesson, part 2 of what? The illumination of the mind with the truth. You can only enlighten with truth. You can't enlighten with lies. Lies don't enlighten people. Lies don't inspire, motivate, and educate them. Lies just keeps them ignorant. And they follow the lie, they will continue to stay ignorant. Follow the truth. I'm a truth teller. I'll be right back. Right thinkers in closing, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I never none of my right thinkers who understand it and getting the illuminated mind with the truth of Maat have passed away. Know thyself is what we want to do.